That first morning I took the bus into South Shields, down as far as the Shields ferry landing stop, almost at the very mouth of the River Tyne. The old wharves and quaysides, long past playing host to the merchant ships and trading vessels of the Empire, lay empty and somewhat forlorn, like an elderly friend who used to be vibrant but was now a hollow remnant. The ship-shaped inlets were nothing more than a backdrop to the confusion of modern office spaces, refurbished apartments and trendy shopping units, most of which were sporting "For Lease" signs. I walked back up the road, past St. Hilda's Parish Church, and onwards to my new place of fortnightly worship, the job centre. I had been quietly pessimistic, prepared for a long wait and an inefficiency that I suspected would be the norm for a bunch of underpaid civil servants. Instead, I'd been pleasantly surprised. Registration was swift, and they could get me in to see a consultant within a couple of hours. I went for a slow and relaxing stroll, a coffee in one of the few cafes still trading, and then came back to the centre. The consultant was a 40-something woman called Miriam. She was slim, wore flat shoes, a blue skirt and a white blouse, had short brown hair and a welcoming smile. I was beguiled into thinking that all was well in the world of the job centre and that opportunities were about to cascade forth. She ushered me into a small but functional interview room. A table, 2 chairs, and a pad of forms on her side of the desk. I sat down, still waiting for the cascade. "So, Mr. Frankland, can I call you Luke?" "Of course." "Do you have any qualifications?" "Yes. I read law at university." Miriam looked up from her form. "Oh, really?" She said it in surprise, not sarcasm. "Yes, I've almost finished my master's." "Right. And your last job was in the army?" "Air Force." "Right, sorry. And you were what rank on leaving?" "A flight lieutenant." Miriam's head bobbed up again. She had that same surprised look. I wondered if she had any meerkat blood in her, as she was doing a great impression of one. "Really? An officer?" "Yes." "Right. Sorry. It's just that we usually only get squaddies in from the army here. Apologies." "That's okay." "So, do you mind me asking what job you did in the Air Force?" "I was an intelligence officer." "Really?" I considered asking her to stop asking me that, as the interview would proceed quicker, but I relented. "Yes, really," I said, and softened my response with a smile. "And you left voluntarily?" "I resigned." "Oh, why was that? Medical grounds, or—" "I can't tell you." Her head came back up from the form filling, faster this time and with a look of concern. "I'm sorry?" "I can't tell you why I resigned. It's classified, otherwise I would." "Oh, really?" "Afraid so." Right. Well, you are seeking work?" "Yes." "What type of work did you have in mind?" "I thought something at a leadership level within the roles of intelligence provision, perhaps specializing in nation-state cyber capabilities or intelligence collection management. Would you have anything like that?" This time Miriam's head hadn't ducked down to her form. She'd stayed upright, listening intently to me, and now stared back at me with a strange expression that I couldn't read. I don't... I do... "I'm sorry," I said. Her expression changed to one of embarrassment. She reached under the pad of forms and drew out a single piece of A4 paper. "We have these jobs currently. A till operator at the local Tesco, a serving partner, it's what they call their behind-the-counter staff, at a local coffee shop, and a sales assistant at Greg's. You know, the home bakery." "Yes, I know Greg's," I replied, and felt my optimism for a cascade of opportunities cascade through the floor. "Oh, and a trainee bus driver for South Shields Transport, or a barman for the George Hotel?" I decided against telling her that putting me behind a bar would be like putting a joyrider behind the wheel of that bus. Instead, I let her fill in the forms that she needed to, and went on my way.